Hi, Mark Gillan here. Here we go with consolidation. We're going to use the sheet here for consolidate, where we're going to consolidate the figures for computer sales for the year January to December. We'll have a total and we'll also have average sales per quarter over the year using the consolidation tool. In this sheet, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 and quarter 4, so you can see the data that's there. We will consolidate them all into sheet consolidate. For quarter 1, it's January to March. We have Ben, Frank, Mary, Nancy, Tom, Wendy as the sales people. And we have products such as desktop, notebooks, monitors, printers and scanners. That is for quarter 1. Quarter 2 you'll see is very quite different. The amount of sales people is different, right down to Wendy there. And that's quarter 3, which again, we have another name there, Joanne, which we don't have in the other sheets. So there is a difference within the names. Some are the same, and there's some additionals. So the products in this one are the same. So that's for quarter 3. Quarter 4. Again, similar names, and what we've got is we've got the different products there. So we're going to type in others. So let's have one product. So this is to show that we have different salespersons and we also have different products. And the consolidation tool will help us consolidate that based upon the fact that we do have differences throughout the sheets. And as you'll see here, the products are the same except there's an additional one of others. So we'll go to cell A5, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Data tab. We'll click on that to get the data ribbon. And within the data ribbon, we'll find the data tools. And within the data tools grouping, we'll have consolidate. Now the consolidation tool will provide us summaries of the 4 sheets that we've got there. You can use this for almost any consolidation. It will take ranges, and what it will do is it will look up, it's especially good for regional offices, and as we've got here, 4 quarters which we're going to bring in. Looking closely at it, what we've got is different functions available within the consolidate, where it will sum the total up. We've got the count, so it will count how many. We've got averages, we've got max, min, we've got various different there. For the reference, what we'll do is you can browse to other workbooks, other sheets within the workbook, and we can also collapse that if we wanted to, but we're going to go to the quarter 1 sheet. And within the quarter 1 sheet, we'll select the data that's available to us here, which we'll then check quarter 1, that's the reference, that's the range there, which has got absolute referencing for us, and we'll add that into the list of references that we're going to use within the consolidation. Next, we're just going to click on quarter 2 sheet. It will take the sheet into the referencing for us, and we will select the data which we want to bring in from sheet 2. So there's the range with absolute referencing A4 to F8, and we'll add that. You'll also notice there's a delete button there as well if we were to make a mistake or we want to use the consolidation tool again and we want to take something out from the consolidation. We would then select it in the list there. We'll just continue, so we're now on to quarter 3 and we'll select the data there. Again, you'll notice that salespeople is a different list there. Check the references, add it in, that gives us quarter 3. Next for quarter 4, click on the quarter 4 sheet. And we'll select the range there, noticing we've got an additional product. Just check the reference and click on Add. So that's us got everything that we want there. Let's have a closer look at this dialog box. We can use the labels. Now we've got labels on the top row and we've also got labels in the left hand column. So we'll select the two of them. With the consolidation sheet we can create links to the source data. So if the source data was ever to change, then when we open the workbook it's going to be linked to that. We click on OK, we're all done now, we've selected it, we're going to total up and there it totals for us. Now if we notice here, what we've got is we've got all the names from the sheets. Now they've been grouped and that is why if you look at the row references there, the product, extra product which is within the sheet there has been brought in. So if we select the data there, and then what we can do is we can go to the Home tab and we can do format the table as we see that we want to. Tells us there's the source. We tell it that it's got a header row and click on OK. It's also provided us with an auto filter as well that's available to us, and that goes in with the grouping. We can tidy this up because we've got a blank column there, which if you were to actually open it up, is all it will do is it will just confirm the source as to where we're getting it from. If you find wee flaws such as this, you can edit it. It doesn't take long. So that's us. Edit, and we just increase the column width. We can format it using the table tools, which has now been brought in because we're within the table, and we've got the design tab. And within that design ribbon, we've got options for the style there. So as you can see, we've got the row, header row, and we've got options for putting a total row in. We've got options to say that we've got a first column, because the first column is also labels. That's a header as well. So we can bring that into our table when we're formatting. Notice at the left hand side as well of the sheet, what we have is we've got the expansion of each one, so we can drill down if we wanted to actually view. So there's the total which we can put on. It's on and off switches. And what we can do is we can also change the table style if we wanted to as well. We've got plenty of different styles, and because we've now said that's a column there which we want to bring in as labels, you'll also see that just below the name cell there's 1 and 2. That would also expand these consolidation out. Now what we're going to do is consolidate for the 4 quarters using average this time. So it's the data ribbon, so the data tab within the data tools, and it's consolidate. It does remember the consolidation, so if you were to take some data out, it would refresh again because it has remembered. So as we go in here into the consolidate, you'll notice that it's remembered, and we just select from the function there average. Notice that there's various different averages. We could add more or we could even delete, but it's all that we want. It's exactly the same quarters. So if we click on OK, then what it's done is it's brought in the averages per quarter. So do remember that some people there, so if you were to look at the numbers, do remember that there's some salespeople who don't appear on every single quarter. So they possibly didn't have any sales for the quarter, or they weren't available for that quarter. So we're just going to format it like we did before. We'll tell it that there's a header row there. You'll notice that what we get is we get the auto filter available to us as well. What we can do is we can also delete columns. We can, although as I said, if you expand out, then what you will find is that you'll get a breakdown, so you can drill right down and analyse the figures, so they have been collected within the consolidation as well. There's some people that will actually just total up and they'll spend time going through each quarter or each sheet and adding them together. Yeah, that's a way of doing it, but as you see here, it's much quicker actually wanting it. So we can design this table as we see fit. Again, first column there, and you'll notice that we can format it nicely, so there's a nice appearance there as well for us with this table. And again, we can filter if we wanted to. And if you look at the figures, you can check the figures if you want. Very quickly consolidated right across this. Imagine if you had a whole bunch of sheets and you were doing this on a regular basis. Thank you very much for watching. Now try it yourself. Have fun. Thank you.